Alrighty. How are you guys doing tonight, boys? Oh man, I've been looking forward to this one all fucking week. Let's see, gotta get that link. Just gonna send it to a few people. Also send it to the Chronic server. Some anime. Alrighty. Figured I'd post that. How's it going? Let's see who's in the chat. So we have Night Llama, Postnut, Mortician Stone, Shinobi One, and earlier on in the stream, I saw a comment from No Raisin saying soy. Fourth of all, how's it going? I'm glad I was able to do that that little music thing, but figured I use the first 5 minutes before we truly get into anything. I'm just going to change the here we go. So I'm gonna do something a little bit different when it comes to what I'm drinking tonight. I got a little inspired by the tipsy bartender here. I got me a pack of sour Skittles. Gonna cut that open a little bit. I know, I shouldn't be eating that, but I'm not eating the whole package. So I'm gonna just pour probably enough that will fill that cup. Perfect. That's a perfect amount right there. And I'll be eating these rum-drenched Skittles too, so don't you guys worry about that. And now are Skittles vegan? Well, they don't. I don't believe they contain. I don't believe they contain eggs. No, they don't have eggs. Green Linux Penguin says nothing wrong with the occasional treat. I bought a whole bunch of a whole bunch of sweet shit. I know I shouldn't be eating it, but it's like I need stuff to mix. I only need stuff to drink with. Very, very few of that is for actual consumption. Alrighty, let's begin to pour. Oh man, that's actually sticking really well to the bottle. And how much is that? Oh my god, it was like barely anything. I grabbed a little bit of. I grabbed one of the smaller cups in my pantry, so a little bit more will do. And of course, a shot. Just a tiny little sip. Oh, I think I'll have a little bit more. Skittles be the same as 40-year-old feminists. Yeah. Oh man. Okay, so I forgot. There's always something I forget to do. And for tonight, at least it wasn't as important as getting the actual video stuff and the picture stuff up. Alrighty, let's go to the itinerary. What's on for the show tonight? So, oh wait, yeah, I forgot. I still have a little bit of time, so I could pull up the image for the opening segment. So you guys can read this well and good. I found the... Damn it. Anyways, I have found... never mind, that's gonna be stupid. Anyways, I did find the image for the thumbnail, so... one second. You can hop on the show chat. But I may... I'm gonna be doing that and then Anyways, so let's get started with the itinerary. So, our main headline tonight: vegans don't know shit about nutrition. Our first video of the night: vegetables are literally a scam by Evil Food Supply. We're bringing back another kind of segment. We brought back the sermon. I'd figured we'd brought back the other segment that starts with S, the sideshow. The tragedy of vegan banana peel pulled pork by Swolenormous. And our third video of the night: vegan activists are insane by Pancho. And for our regular cancellation, why not cancel one of the most toxic drinks of all time, Soylent? So, let's actually do a, oh shit, I forgot, I need to have chat open now. I'm such a klutz. It's a Love and Light TV reference. Anybody, let's see. There we go. Let's pull that up. And I got spurg juice, says Mortician Stone. Yep. Okay, so there we go. Now that that's all taken care of. So, look at these guys right here. Woo! It's from that infamous Soy Jack image. Oh boy, that's where that infamous pointing Soy Jacks come from. Is these two guys? They're really excited for their Beyond Fried Chicken, even though that stuff is not fried chicken. It is what it is a bunch of ultra processed carbs and unhealthy proteins. Most notably soy. The Beyond Meat companies love to say, "Oh, it's just made with pea," but it's like we do know that they're lying to you. That shit is certainly made from soy because it is one of the most subsidized crops in all of America. The other being corn. Not that kind of corn. Fourth Wall says, "Wait, this is the inspiration of Soy Jack?" Well, one of the Soy Jacks. Just one of them. The pointing ones. But yeah, these guys, I could tell these guys have the the fucking soylet beard too. It's like it's all patchy and it doesn't look good. There's barely any on this guy's face. And there's already some gray hairs here. And I don't know, these two just giving me a bad vibe here. Chicken and beef is the best protein. Yes, for no reason. You are 100% correct. And the thing is, these people, no doubt they are vegans because they're eating this shit. But these people delude themselves into thinking that, yes, I should be eating a bunch of ultra-processed soy shit. So that means that is the best stuff for me because government and mainstream media told me to. That or they've fallen for some weird cult that emphasizes this bullshit of, oh, don't eat meat, my brothers. We only eat from the earth. But I hope they understand that it's like, yeah, meat technically does come from the earth because, well, the cow and the chicken that is being consumed was born and raised here on Earth. I don't understand hippie logic if you ask me. But one way or another, these people delude themselves into thinking that being malnourished is a healthy way to live life. Now, there are some vegans, admittedly, that somehow can pull this off, and by pull this off, I mean they probably make like 6 figures a year because, my God, it is an expensive lifestyle. Like, if you don't want to be eating all the quote-unquote meat-like products, which literally is just, well, soy or pea protein shit. So, what I don't get is like they think this stuff tastes good. They also have to delude themselves into thinking that this shit tastes good. Let's see. Fourth Wall says, we've been eating meat from the earth for a long time, for at least 1,000,000 years. Yeah, that's something else I'd like to tell the guru types. Yeah, we actually, like, we are supposed to be eating meat. Our stomachs have evolved to eat meat. And also we are, as humans, have also evolved to eat meat. I hope these people realize, like, evolution takes many, 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 many years. Let's see. Fourth Wall says, I'll admit I have eaten some cooked bugs before. Oh yeah, also these guys are the ones to tell you that, eating bugs is the way of the fucking future. It's like, well, what do you want? Do you want the synthetically grown meat, which has cancer cells in it? Do you want the soy shit that is equally as bad for you? Or do you just want to eat or do you just want to eat bugs, which we also which for the most part we shouldn't be eating? Like, there's a reason why, like, like the more tribal societies that do eat bugs, they eat them as like a snack. Think of it like a snack. And even then, they don't just eat them straight. They eat them, like, drizzled with honey, and they cook the bugs first. And these are pretty big insects, by the way. And then that's when they eat them. It's like they season them, drizzle them, and it's for like a quick snack. We are not meant to be eat, and those societies, they eat meat at the end of the day. Like, for big meals, they eat meat. You want to know why? Because they don't delude themselves into thinking, well, bugs are the best source of protein. It's like, yeah, for reason is right. Bugs are not good for you. Lean beef and vegetables is the best diet, but it can be expensive. To correct you on one thing, root vegetables. Nameless Hunter says, hey, how's it going? Most societies that eat bugs eat it out of desperation. Yeah, that, or like what I just said, like, or as a snack. But yeah, I would never listen to a vegan about dieting and all that, because they don't know what they're talking about. And also, for the vegans that do, like, body lifting, I do not want to know how many steroids they have been using to get the physique that they have. I don't want to know that. Oh God, even just think about it, I'm going to just take another shot of my glass. Alrighty. So that was a bit on the shorter side of an opening segment. For No Reason says, I don't even like to eat shrimp or crabs because they're too close to being sea roaches. Well, Scurvy does like some crab. Scurvy does like some crab stuff. I'll tell you that. I also do like good shrimp scampi too. But let's see. Night Llama says, just hunt your shit, hunt a moose, and have enough protein for a year. That is awesome. Though if you ask me, I probably do need a few mooses myself. But let's see. It's gonna take a quick sip of water. It's already kind of getting to me. Holy shit. I'm definitely gonna take a good 20 or so minutes before I take my next swig. So let's get to our first video of the night here. So our first video of the night here is vegetables are literally a scam. This is a video that I've seen before. I quite like, and I actually do tend to avoid quite a bit of the what is supposedly healthy. It's like, actually not really. And honestly, I've actually been feeling like pretty good, considering that I haven't been having too much of the green stuff. So, let's get started. Once again, vegetables are literally a scam by Evil Food Supply. Good channel. Seen this guy's stuff before on stream. So, this is it's kind of like an episode of The Food is Poison, but it's a little different.
Todd, would you like some mixed vegetables?
Hell no.
What did you say?
I said I don't want any damn vegetables.
All right, that's it, young man. No Bible stories for you tonight.
You're going down, peas. It's crunch time. Get suit. Veggies.
Eat your veggies! Eat your starches!
Who wanted all vegetable?
I did. They're good and you're going to have some.
You've been told the vegetables are the best things to eat. What if this isn't true?
What if plants don't like to be eaten?
I was wrong about eating vegetables.
Dozens of people have ended up in the hospital with possible cases of E. coli.
The CDC announced another E. coli outbreak is impacting romaine lettuce.
Yeah, so my thing with romaine lettuce, I mean, it's something my parents used to get a lot, and it was just like, so I don't know what it is about romaine in particular, but out of all the kinds of lettuce, romaine lettuce seems to be the one that has the most fucking diseases. But also, I think people don't know how to prep their food properly either. Like, they don't know. It's like, oh, you actually need to use vinegar to spray down your produce. Like, that's basic knowledge that it's like should be pretty standard.
People reported getting sick, being hospitalized for liver dysfunction, and even having their gallbladders removed in some cases.
98 people from 22 different states, making this the biggest multi-state E. coli outbreak in at least 12 years.
The affected region is Yuma, Arizona.
But in general, if you don't want to get poison, if you don't want to get stuff like E. coli, you might want to avoid the green shit. Let's see. Night Llama says Vikings a primarily meat, since you can't grow shit in this country. Follow that logic and you'll be fine. Mix in some shit like tomatoes or potatoes. GG's. Most Vikings die due to scurvy, so you are my enemy. Oh no, don't worry. Scurvy's just my name. Don't worry about that. Nameless Hunter says, rinse your damn vegetables. Yes, you have to rinse your vegetables. You have to rinse your fruit. Not every single kind of fruit. Like, you could just, like, peel an orange and you'll be okay. But anything that ain't a citrus fruit, yeah, you gotta wash that shit. Scurvy, remember when you covered lab-grown meats and how they had cancers in them? They've been selling that stuff in fast foods. You ain't lying about the food being poison. Yes, it is. The food is fucking poison. And it doesn't surprise me that they're using the fucking lab-grown shit in fast food now. Like, literally, they don't even want you eating, like, real meat. Well, even then, that's a stretch right there. That really is a fucking stretch right there, if I'm telling you the truth.
Fruit, cut
Fight to the death when Mr. ScurvyRum. You killed my No. I didn't kill your ancestors. It's just my name. And also, I mean, the name is just funny. Anyways.
cantaloupe, strawberries, caramel apples, tomatoes, onions. All these products are likely contaminated.
I ate a salad and now I have long-term health effects from it.
You know, we're in a global food system where we're importing and exporting food all over the place. So problems that occur here could certainly be exported elsewhere. Bacteria don't care about import and export restrictions.
Consumers don't cook lettuce, so there's no way to control that risk in our kitchen. We eat it fresh.
So there's no
Leave Scurvy alone, says Fourth Wall.
step. You know, you can clean it, but you're still not truly killing.
I would never touch an inorganic fruit.
And vegetables.
Because fruits absorb pesticides and herbicides and insecticides through their skin. There was a recent study published about inorganic strawberries where they actually took inorganic strawberries from the supermarket, brought them home, put them in a commercial press, pressed the juice out of them, and there was so much pesticide in the juice they were able to take that juice and respray the crop.
Whoa. Oh my goodness, but also, guys, you always have to get organic. There is no excuse for you to not get organic. When it comes, especially when it comes to fruit or like root vegetables, you have to get it organic. No ifs, ands, or buts.
And still have the same level of pesticide protection from the juice that was squeezed from inorganic.
And organic only means that it uses less chemicals, pesticides. Organic simply doesn't mean pathogen-free.
I've been virtually plant-free in my diet for the last 3.5 years. That means no vegetables, no fruits, virtually no nuts, no seeds. I've been eating just fatty red meat and eggs, occasional chicken and pork, and seafood. That has been the entirety of my diet, and I have not developed any vitamin or nutrient deficiencies. I actually feel better now at 53 years of age than I felt in my early 30s.
I will say this. Like, you also need to have made some considerable money if you are going to just be eating all different kinds of meat for your diet. Like, that's something else too. So, if you can, if you do have the money, it's like, go for a mostly meat-based diet. Sprinkle in, like, some citrus fruits every now and then. If you don't want to, if you're worried about getting poisoned by fruit, like, and get some citrus fruits. But for the most of us, it's like fruits are like great as like a snack. Like we can't eat like 10 apples in a day, like how Nikocado Avocado can eat 10 packs of Skittles in a day. Let's see, I will consider it if he donates some mead. Well, dude, why didn't you ask? Like, Tropicana makes some damn good mead.
We've been told that vegetables, the leaves, the stems, the roots, the seeds of plants are good for us because they're full of nutrients. Meat and organs contain far more nutrients than vegetables.
That is correct. Meat is one of the most grass-fed, or, for beef, grass-fed, grass-finished, for chicken, and wholly free-ranged. I don't know much about pork. I don't really eat pork much. And then seafood, like specifically fish, wild caught fish. That stuff is some of the most nutrient-dense food on the planet.
This is why the diseases are going up and up and up and up. It's simple.
Growing up, we've always been told to eat your vegetables. They told you that if you eat your greens, you'll grow up to be big and strong.
B-R-O-C-C-O-L-I. I am the broccoli and don't know why. C-A-R-R-O-N-T. Carrots are healthy for you and me.
You'll get muscles like Popeye. You might even become...
God damn it, Mortician. I saw a video of dead meat moving on its own. There's actually a reason why that phenomena happens. Like, I believe it has to do with kinetics. Like, and also the fact that it's like something got severed and it still moves, still has some energy it needs to release. I think that's it. Meat is so much more filling than veggies. You're also right, Nameless Hunter.
Superhuman.
How'd you do that?
Eat your green vegetables.
And if you didn't, well, we all know what happens to naughty kids that don't eat their vegetables.
Angelica, if you don't eat some broccoli, then you're not going to get seconds on dessert.
But that's not fair!
But what if we told you that the whole eat your vegetables thing was a flat-out lie? What if vegetables are not actually all that healthy? What if plants...
The scurvy diet. Red meat, chicken, wild-caught fish, and, you know, fruit and booze. That's the scurvy diet.
Plants have complex defense...
Oh, Night Llama says, also get some mushrooms during autumn for that's a good one.
...mechanisms to deter animals from eating them. And that's why vegetables are actually somewhat toxic for us to consume?
If these plants are so toxic, how can animals eat them? Well, animals are adapted to eating these plants. These are herbivorous animals. Possums ingest doses of up to 10 grams of 1/8 cyniol per day, doses which would be quite poisonous for human beings.
And what if all the micronutrients vegetables do have are completely useless because our bodies can't absorb nearly any of it?
Yeah, that's something to consider too. It's like though we are omnivores, there are only certain kinds of like plants, specifically the fruit. I know, a bit of a spoiler for the video, but it's more so specifically the fruit that's in that plant that actually has nutrients that we could digest.
What if eating too much celery has been linked to miscarriages and infertility? What if eating too much kale has been linked to thyroid disease and kidney stones? And yet today, all these vegetables have this magical aura around them. Today, when we think of a healthy diet, our brains automatically conjure up images of luscious, bland, leafy greens. When in reality...
Now, when I think of a healthy diet, I think of, grass-fed ribeye, some butter on top. That's what I think of healthy eating. Oh, man. I didn't mean to get hungry on you guys.
That is the exact opposite of what we should be eating. There's a reason why you don't feel full eating vegetables. There's a reason why vegetables usually taste bitter. Because vegetables...
Wait, let's go back.
There's a reason why vegetables usually taste
Look at that one. The perspective, you a bug sandwich being eaten.
bitter. Because vegetables are not meant to be
I'm gonna take a shot for that
So hard
one.
to get kids to eat their vegetables.
For millennia, people intuitively knew this. Vegetables didn't make up the majority of their diets. They ate meat that they hunted and fruit that they scavenged. Vegetables were used sparingly. And yet somehow, we've all been duped into thinking that salads, green smoothies, green juices, green powders are healthy.
There is some validity to considering the wild notion that vegetables, the leaves, stems, roots, and seeds of plants contain defense chemicals, and they may not be helping us with our issues.
Welcome to Evil Food Supply, and this is that story.
Oh my god. The most green colored thing I have in my fridge is like some shredded iceberg lettuce for when I want to make some tacos, and green apples.
To research these videos, we usually come across online content that is geo-restricted, or we'll have to visit websites that we would rather
sponsor.
A Mandarin Chicken. Thanks to Surfshark for sponsoring.
There we go.
Back in the early 1800s, vegetables were pretty rare. People were spending all day working on the farm, and to spend an entire day on your feet, you would need a lot of calories. A Mandarin chicken salad from Wendy's just wouldn't have cut it. And sure, these farmers would slip a vegetable or two into their soup for some extra flavor, or use herbs and leaves.
That is a big thing too. Like, vegetables are mainly for flavoring. They're not meant to be eaten on their own entirely. Like, think about it like this. I don't, like, when it comes to soup, right? And yeah, some, traditional chicken noodle soup does call for a little bit of celery. I don't actually, here's a little bit of a hint. I don't actually eat the celery. Why? Because I know it's meant for flavoring. Also, like, I'm not a fan of mushy carrots either. But it's in the soup anyways, for flavoring. Ain't a single dude in Oonga Boonga say, "Me want broccoli." The diet of a lion, wolf, tiger, bears consists of mostly meat. You're blowing my mind tonight, Scurvy. Post nutters, your mind going, I'm about to blow.
In a medicinal way to cure diseases. But no one was horking down piles of broccoli or painful swallowing forkfuls of kale. Because why would they? They needed high-calorie foods to have enough energy to plow their land. Their lives depended on it. And the most dense food out there in terms of both calories and nutrients was, and always will be, meat. So that's what farmers ate. And these farmers stuck to a high-calorie, meat-based diet for a while. But then, the industrial age happened. All of a sudden, people started leaving the farm life behind for...
This guy I've been watching hates vegetables.
A shot at the American dream in the big city. Big cities where there's movie theaters, restaurants, and grocery stores. People turned away from plowing the fields to work cushy office jobs. And their wives had all the time in the world to cook all sorts of different meals at home. People didn't want to eat the same food as low-class farmers now, did they? That was behind...
And the thing is, like, think about it like this. It also has to do with, like, people's perception of, like, farming and the Industrial Revolution at the time. And the thing is, they viewed the farmer's diet of, like, oh, that's so low class. Like, I don't need to eat that many calories. I don't need to worry about eating so much that I'm not really doing all that much. Like, let's just leave it to the farmers. But even if you do live a little bit more sedentary, like, the diet ain't gonna hurt. Like, the farmer's diet is actually still pretty good for you. Let's see. Gem Power says he will make videos roasting vegans hard. But yeah, also, not gonna lie, speaking of vegans, I know that is the topic of the stream. Basically, the vegans are kind of like the people who moved away from the fields to, like, the cushy office jobs and such. They are the ones who think that they are, they think of themselves as the higher ups in society because, oh, there's still some dirty meat eaters here. When in reality, it's the meat eaters who are going to be living healthier lives. Like, that's the thing. And Nameless Hunter is completely right here. A lot of the lifestyle that we live is sedentary. Like, that's another reason why I like to promote stuff like martial arts, like learning a martial art, going to the gym, and hell, I've started going on walks again. "20 eggs every day. I'm going to be the reason why the U.S. and women have no eggs." It says Night Llama. That's funny.
Them. Plus, meat is expensive. So now the American population...
Well, meat is technically expensive. That's the word, technically. You just gotta shop smart. You can't, like, if your dish doesn't need green vegetables, you don't need to buy green vegetables. If you don't enjoy eating carrots like I do, you don't need to buy yourself carrots. You only need to buy what you need. And turns out what we need is meat. I remember eating dirt as a kid. Is that healthy? Says Mortician Stone. No, it is not, but I don't know. The human stomach is also kind of weird too.
Started experimenting with new cuisines, new recipes, new ingredients like vegetables. In every other culture around the world, raw vegetables were either consumed very sparingly for medicinal purposes or for a bit of flavor. But come on! This is the golden age of America. Let's import every vegetable we can, and let's eat vegetables in every way possible. We have the time, we have the money, so why not?
Yeah, decadence is a huge thing with this as well. It's like, I'm surprised, oh wait, no. Extravagance. I misspoke there. Extravagance is another reason why people tend to do a lot of stupid things and abandon their roots. Like, once again, I think a lot of people often forget that's like, yeah, we are, in a way, we're still somewhat in the good times. But just because we're in the good times, that doesn't mean you should forget everything you ever learned.
So Americans started to get creative with raw vegetables. There was the aspic salad of the 60s, the spinach souffle of the 70s, the broccoli cheddar salad of the 80s. And slowly but surely, vegetables started taking over the American palate. And because vegetables are pretty much calorie-free, it made the perfect target for the weight loss industry. Kale. It's crunchy. It's crisp. It kinda tastes like grass clippings. But according...
Yeah, kale, I've never been a fan of kale either. Unless if it's like added for flavor, like, nah, I can't eat that shit raw.
According to the biggest health experts in America, kale is the superfood.
MVP of greens, it is king kale.
Because it's one of the most nutritious vegetables.
I knew kale before it was kale.
Also, that's something too. Vegans love the shit out of kale. They worship kale. Even more so than the god that is veganism. Most of today's vegetables you won't find outside in nature, like a carrot. That's interesting. My mother makes some good kale. Huh. You know, I mean, there was ways to make it like good as like a snack or something, or maybe an appetizer. But kale isn't really gonna fill you up.
It's the holy grail of nutrition. But here's what you may not realize. Only 10 years ago, kale was just a sad, wilted mess underneath the Pizza Hut salad bar. So how did this lowly vegetable undergo this incredible transformation? Well, it was all thanks to one woman, Miss Oberon Sinclair. Oberon is the owner of the New York City PR firm, My Young Auntie. And Miss Oberon had one simple dream, to get America to eat more kale. Why? Because I've been trying to convert people for years to eat in a healthy way. I've always loved kale. It is an amazing vegetable. And so she used her skills to...
Only real natural vegetable is a potato. Yeah, potatoes are king. They are king. I love some good prepped potatoes. Yeah, of fucking course it's always women. Stay away, heathen. She looks rough. Oh, yes, the fuck she does.
To make kale the hottest thing since avocado toast. She got Beyonce to wear a kale sweatshirt. She convinced New York restaurants to put kale on their menus. She even created a fake Facebook page for the American Kale Association, which isn't even a real association. She literally made it up out of the air. And yet, somehow, it worked.
Kale. Kale.
Kale.
Kale. Kale.
Kale. Kale.
Today, you can find kale everywhere. It's being massaged into salad. It's being blended into smoothies. McDonald's even put out a kale breakfast bowl.
Oh my goodness, McGoyslop actually is using this shit too. They're really trying. They're really desperate. They're really desperate to get anybody's money, aren't they?
And that would be fine if kale was actually healthy for you. But the truth is, kale is shockingly bad for you. See, back in the day, farmers tried to feed kale to their sheep, and the results were nothing short of horrifying. Because of the sheep's high kale diet, they ended up giving birth to babies with massive goiters.
So, here's something I want you guys to think about. If herbivores like sheep are getting sick from kale, what do you think the impact of that is going to be on omnivores like humans, who don't have the same kind of stomach as an herbivore does?
A goiter is when a sheep has a giant bulge on its throat, like this. But on top of that, a lot of the baby lambs developed major brain abnormalities. Some were even stillborn. And cows that were fed kale in Tasmania, they produced milk that ended up causing thyroid disease in the children who drank it.
Oh my goodness.
If you don't know, your thyroid gland is a small butterfly-shaped gland located...
Glad I never really drank milk as a kid. Never had any thyroid problems.
below your Adam's apple. Your thyroid gland is responsible for making two main hormones that affect every cell in the body, and they play a key role in how fast your body uses fats and carbohydrates. In other words, your thyroid plays a key role in your metabolism. So you definitely don't want to hurt your thyroid or get a thyroid disease.
Wait, so there's a reason why kids hate vegetables. Note that down, note that down. Dude, you're right. I'm not going... I have a feeling I'm going to be quite loved on the neighborhood blog. It's like, oh wow, Scurvy doesn't make his kids eat vegetables. And then all he does is like, makes them eat potatoes and carrots. And it's just like, well, I mean, because that shit is poison. We don't need all that other shit. We really don't.
Thyroid disease can mean your thyroid doesn't produce enough of the thyroid hormones your body needs, or it can produce too much, or you can also develop a goiter like those sheep.
Oh my god.
That is what's happening when you eat kale. And yet, health-conscious Americans will just keep gobbling it down like there's no tomorrow. And sure, you're not going to get thyroid disease after 1 or 2 kale smoothies, but it is definitely a net negative for your body. And here's the thing. The exact same thing happened with celery.
Oh.
Before, celery was consumed here and there, but it wouldn't be until 5 years ago that America...
Yeah, and celery should always be consumed here or there. Like, it's not... This is another one of those plants where it's like, oh, everybody is, like, so obsessed with it. It's not some miracle food. Like, it's something that has great as added flavor. Vegan logic be like, green equals good. For you! Yeah, that's something too. Like, green isn't necessarily always good. A Granny Smith apple has far more nutrients than any one of these green vegetables do. Gem Power says, think in the future when I get the money, just going mix raw eggs with raw milk. I'm not sure how that would taste. I'm not much of a egg guy to begin with, but I mean, if that's all right with you, I'm not gonna judge. That's why the pre-steroid bodybuilders will drink. Celery farmers propaganda. I want my extra large broccoli shake with kale and paprika with a side of spinach. There's a movie called Paprika, fellas. It's actually really good. Made by Satoshi Kon, same guy who made Perfect Blue and Paranoia Agent. Really good stuff. Guy's a really talented director.
America would get really hooked on it. And it was all thanks to this guy, Anthony William, a famous psychic.
Many people, shortly after drinking 16 ounces of celery juice on an empty stomach every single day, experience less digestive. 16 ounces.
Dude, let's see. I have a water bottle right here. That's actually a lot of fucking celery juice, surprisingly. Sheffa says, sorry, I was eating glizzies with my friend. Yes, I hope those glizzies were made from real meat. Yeah, kush salad, then burn it. Literal snake oil salesman. Dude, you're right. This guy is selling people a lie.
Of celery juice on an empty stomach every single day, experience less digestive problems. They get rid of acid reflux. They feel more energy. They feel more clear. Their brain fog dissipates. They feel like they're moving forward, finally out of their illness, finally out of their condition.
But why celery juice? Well, because a voice in his head told him so.
For anybody who doesn't know about me or where I get my information from, comes from a source above, a source that's free from the agenda that...
What kind of rhetoric did I hear that type? What type of rhetoric have I heard that from before? Maybe cult leaders throughout history? He looks like a vampire, says Gem Power.
Men here have on the planet.
The idea that celery juice is healthy did not come from empirical data, but a random voice in his head. And yet, once again, the public ate it up.
So many celebrities have joined this craze.
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone, I heard, is now a big fan of the celery.
Because people are stupid, whether it's in the general public or if it's, well, a literal celebrity. But then again, Stallone has been losing his mind for a while now.
Celery juice?
Yeah, he's juicing celery juice, absolutely. He's juicing celery, yeah.
If that works for him, I mean, come on, it's going to work for everyone. Jenna Dewan, I've been seeing, she's been posting about you as well as the celery juice. Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, she's doing it too. She's doing the celery juice every single morning, 16 ounces on an empty stomach.
Wow.
Yeah.
Never mind that celery was traditionally considered a medicinal food that's only supposed to be eaten in small amounts. But just like kale, celery is actually not good for you at all. Drinking high amounts of celery like this has been linked to asthma, extreme sun sensitivity, male infertility, miscarriages, and fetal abnormalities. But it's not just kale or...
Doesn't surprise me that what we're not really supposed to be eating is causing us problems. I'll be the first to say it here, folks. I never, even though I have eaten celery when I was younger, it's like, I know now, it's just like, yeah, it's good for flavoring, not much else. Ooga booga logic. It do be correct. Me no eat green thing. Green thing is poison. Every green thing in nature is poison. That is correct. It really is.
Celery that's bad for you. It's most vegetables. But why? Why are vegetables so dangerous for us? It seems very counterintuitive, since we've been conditioned our whole lives to believe that green equals healthy. But the simple reality is, plants do not want you to eat them.
Eating lettuce is like eating paper. Yeah, the one exception to that, you put some shredded iceberg lettuce on some carne asada tacos. It's pretty good. It's actually pretty good.
The intention of plants is very clear here. They don't want us to eat the
only fruits want to be eaten. What is that supposed to mean? Pickle?
leaves, the stems, the roots, or the seeds. They don't want us to crunch and chew up the seeds because that would subvert the plant's efforts to move those seeds to the next generation.
From a survival perspective, plants don't have much going for them. They're just kind of there, waving in the wind, just waiting to be eaten.
My God.
So in order to survive, plants have evolved complex defense mechanisms to deter would-be vegetarians. For example, when a caterpillar chews on certain types of leaves, the leaves will actually...
It's white women. Fruits are good, especially fruit grown local. Yeah, I know there's actually a farmer's market where I live. It's like every Sunday. I even know the place where it actually happens too, so I am probably going to look into that. I just got to go before 1 p.m. in the afternoon. I know that. Isn't a pickle slow bathed in old fruit juice? Shinobi. I was talking about the microgoinus maniac. You know, he's also known as El Shefo. He's been on the show before, and you know his avatar is a pickle or pickle man.
Actually secrete a toxin, driving the caterpillar away. When we chew a spinach or kale leaf, those same toxins get released. And these toxins are called natural pesticides. You've heard of pesticides. They're the dangerous chemical cocktails that are sprayed on big agriculture to prevent insects from eating the crops. But what you may not know is that plants actually produce natural pesticides. And pretty much every green vegetable contains them. These natural pesticides can cause digestive disorders, headaches, asthma, and a whole list of autoimmune diseases.
Huh. No wonder why I felt a little bit of a slight headache. Actually, no, I think the digestive disorder is a bit more applicable to old scurvy. But, I mean, you know, I'm kind of, that's another reason why I'm glad I stopped eating a lot of green shit. I've just been feeling a lot better. pick up a vegan, show him to your child, and say, "Don't eat your vegetables, or you will turn into this creature." And that's something else too. For the vegans who might be watching this or the VOD of it, well, what are you doing to yourself? You're just fucking poisoning yourself. I don't know what you're thinking by thinking, oh, plants are a good way to supplement, get your nutrients without having to kill animals. It's like, seriously, it's a bunch of fucking bullshit that you believe in.
All in an effort to convince you never to eat this plant again. And yet, thanks to all this conditioning to eat your vegetables...
Eat your vegetables.
Eat your vegetables. Eat your vegetables.
Yep, that's the thing. Pop culture too. If you think about it like this, my I wonder who told my parents, "Oh, you gotta eat your vegetables." I mean, I know my mom's been through some shit, but and honestly, my dad was kind of too poor to afford vegetables. But by the time my dad got a little bit of money, and it's like had some had a lot of had us three and got some money, finally got a decent paying job. Think about it. It was like pop culture. Pop culture loves doing this subliminal shit. Once you know about it, there's no unknowing it. Postnut says, the push in mainstream is what's making me really think about this. Gem Power says, eat your vegetables, says Spider-Man. Yeah, that's the thing too. Sheffo says, when eating a plant, just think of what you're eating. Are you eating flesh where you might eat seeds? Good. Are you eating a leaf that's vital to the plant? Bad. Shinobi One says, the elites with reptile dysfunction want all the meat for themselves. Wait. So it's, I guess, Shinobi, I guess you're literally talking about Sorlag from Quake Champions.
Ah, the little bones get stuck in my teeth.
And Jim Powers says, even though his power came from a radioactive spider. The irony, man, the irony.
Green vegetables.
One scientist said that humans eat 10,000 times more natural pesticides than they do synthetic.
But you can see here from this paper, Table 1 is 49 natural pesticides and metabolites found in cabbage. They mentioned below this chart in the explanation, allyl isothiocyanates induced papillomas of the bladder in male rats, a neoplasm that is unusual.
So, I want you guys to think about this. I know I just paused it again, but I want you guys to think about this. There's a reason why we do tests on rats, right? Because people, and there is actually quite a bit of truth to this, that we are somewhat descendants of rats. I don't know, it's fucking weird shit, but basically, it's like rats. It's either that or rats have a similar digestion and digestion system that we have, and have similar skin that we have. I don't know. If you're an evolutionary, if you know a thing or two about evolution, feel free to correct me on that. Maybe Chronic, maybe if you're watching this, feel free to correct me on this too. But it's like there's a reason why we do a lot of tests of like cosmetic products, food, drugs, and a few other things on rats. I think it's mainly because we maybe somewhat evolved from rats, but on the other hand, I've also heard that we also partially evolved from pigs and monkeys. I don't know. Evolution's fucking weird, man.
Usually rare and control rats was classified by the National Toxicology Program as
okay, Sheffo. Mr. Evolutionary biologist here. Rats are the most similar thing to us that isn't an ape. Fish are also similar to us. Shinobi says, do you use fly spray? It's a neurotoxin. No, I don't use fly spray. I never have. Never have used fly spray. Never will. Now that you mention that, I never will.
Carcinogenic. Allyl isothiocyanate occurs in cabbage.
But you may be wondering, well, okay, evil food.
Oh, glad I don't like cabbage then, if there's another poison in that. Glad I don't like cabbage.
Supply. But why are cows able to eat grass then? Well, animals, like cows, sheep, and horses, are 100% herbivores. And it's all...
There we go. Shinobi says, apes share 90 to 95% of our DNA. There we go. I knew I was forgetting something. Thank you, Shinobi. Really, I do thank you.
Super long digestive tracts that are able to process fiber into short-chain fatty acids. Humans do not have this long digestive tract. Plant fiber goes right through us and is actually pretty bad for our digestion.
Others of us have to avoid them because they immediately start to cause inflammation in the gut, which can manifest as constipation, diarrhea.
Yeah, that's the thing too. It's like, I don't really feel constipated after eating meat, but sometimes I can feel like constipated or have diarrhea if I've eaten like a lot of salad that night. So I don't understand, like, there's better sources of fiber than root vegetables. Wait, no, not root vegetables. Root vegetables are fucking amazing. But then the leafy green shit. There's so much better sources of fiber.
Bloating, gas.
But it's not just these natural pesticides that are ruining our bodies. Green vegetables like kale, broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage all contain something called goitrogens.
Goitrogens. Oy vey goy. I'm going to read the chat for a little bit. Mordheim heroes like Spider-Man are demons. Postnut says, my friend does cancer research on mice. He thinks he's looking for cures. I think he's involuntarily testing new strains. Apples are better for fiber. Yeah, that's why I eat apples. Goitrogens. Night Llama says, I feel sick if I start my day with carbs, and I have a crazy carbs crash, so I start my days with a moose steak and eggs. Ooh, suspiciously sounds like goy sloth. We are banana, says Sheffo.
Goitrogens are compounds that interfere with your thyroid gland. They block your thyroid from absorbing iodine, which it needs to build hormones, which means your metabolism is gonna be wrecked. Goitrogens act the same way in the body as cyanide. It's pure poison. Remember those lambs? It was the goitrogens in the kale that made their thyroids so big. So many people today are chugging kale smoothies every single morning, assuming...
No, I'm not. My kids are not going to be chugging down kale smoothies. That's a dog whistle, says Gem Power. Well, the thing is, when it comes to the whole dog whistle thing, it's like, it's really... Think about who could hear dog whistles, right? It's only dogs. So whenever you hear... So here's just a general tip of advice. So whenever a leftist starts saying, oh, that's a dog whistle, it's like... So only you are hearing that, and you are making that implication. The person who's saying it is not making that implication. You are assuming that is the implication that he's making. Thus, you are the dog in that situation. Shinobi says... That's it. Stir fry tonight is going to be fruit and meat. Nice.
It's giving them energy, when really, it's blocking their hormone production, making them more tired and weak.
Typically, people will struggle with...
Dude, so no wonder why there's so many boyish-looking men. Like, that... let's see. There's a lot of boyish-looking men in the area that I'm at now. I know I look kind of boyish, but it's like I'm at least tall. I'm at least 6'2". So it kind of does balance out at the end of the day. But it's just like, oh my goodness, these guys probably been eating way too many fucking vegetables. Probably because their mom forced them to. That, and if you think about it like this, they also ate a lot of goy slop. They also ate a lot of junk food. They also ate a lot of other bad shit. Think about it. The majority of the population is obese. That is reality. And I'm not talking about those who actually have built some muscle. Like, technically, I'm a few pounds like I'm a few pounds under overweight, but it's also because I built quite a bit of muscle over the past year. Like you also got to you also have to like do shit too. Like you can't just sit down and like do nothing. Like BMI is really mainly for like those who live an absolutely sedentary lifestyle, as it doesn't really account for muscle and whatnot. But let's see. Noctis says, sorry I'm late. I was chatting with some other Irish peeps. Quick catch up. Veggies contain poison. Garrett Grant, how's it going? I've been doing that for a while. Talk about women doing roids, Citrus, says Sheffo. At Noctis, Postnut says, at Noctis, the stream has been blowing my mind. And just some more greetings, fellas. More greetings. Those never hurt.
With cold intolerance, or they say that I'm just having trouble losing weight and I'm doing all the same things and that I used to be doing, and I'm gaining weight, or I feel really sluggish. So they might have brain fog, they might have fatigue, they might have muscle wasting and hair loss. And the symptoms seem to be all over the place, right? And you're like, well, do I go to the hair doctor? Do I go to this kind of doctor? And a lot of these symptoms can be traced back to the thyroid gland.
And as if pesticides and
yeah, the thyroid is surprisingly important. Like, I would not be surprised if my twin brother has some form of thyroid problem. I know I don't, because there's some things I'm very obstinate of eating. No, post-wall women. I mean, I don't know. I mean, she could probably is married. A lot of the smarter ones are married and have kids. Post-wall women, if you did not marry them in their prime, ain't women. Noctis says most fatties have a thyroid problem. Yeah, that they inflict upon themselves. It's like they're not born with it. I know my mom has a thyroid problem, but she wasn't born with it.
Goitrogens aren't enough.
It's caused.
Green vegetables are known to be sponges for dangerous bacteria.
And the CDC with a warning this afternoon about an E. coli.
Don't pack your vegetables in the same place where you pack your meat. If you get your vegetables at the grocery store or farmer's market, you do not pack them with the same in the same compartment as the meat. That is also basic fucking knowledge that just isn't there.
Coli outbreak linked to baby spinach.
You can get really sick, and if you're vulnerable, very young, very old, autoimmune problems, you can die from that.
Washing does not remove this bacteria because what it can do is get inside the cells, so washing doesn't do anything at all.
Number one is just don't eat.
You put vinegar on it first.
Eat it. Just when in doubt, throw it out.
Which explains a lot. Like, have you ever wondered why it's always the leafy greens that are contaminated with E. coli? It's because E. coli and other types of dangerous bacteria, like listeria, are found in soil. And what grows in soil? Green vegetables.
Yeah, that's something too. Think about it. I mean, if you've seen like stock footage of a plant growing, it's always the leaves that grow out first. Never the fruit.
And unlike fruits, which are usually grown on trees, or potatoes and onions that are grown in the ground and are usually peeled, green vegetables are just eaten as is. So if there's E. coli infested manure in that soil, and the food processor doesn't clean their vegetables well, those same vegetables could make their way to your plate.
Romaine lettuce contaminated with E. coli caused 4 new deaths, one of them in upstate New York, according to a new alert from the Centers for Disease Control. The bacteria, which is normally treatable, causes severe fever and diarrhea. The breakout started last month after...
Night Llama says, no, eat your veggies, Soy Dad. Don't eat this green shit, Chad Dad. That's gonna be me. I'm gonna say, don't eat that green shit. The one exception is like, if it's like a cucumber. Cucumbers actually do have some nutrients because cucumbers are fruit.
E. coli was found on lettuce from Yuma, Arizona. So far, almost 200 people from 35 states have reported feeling ill.
Look on any container of greens powder and you'll see a huge...
Yeah, I'm not doing any of that green powder shit. That shit has some skeezy shit behind it too.
List of vitamins and minerals. Calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, vitamin B6, biotin. You stir up a glass of this green stuff thinking that all of these nutrients are going to be absorbing into you, turning you into...
And it's also, also for us guys, the fucking A1 greens is gonna make us be like, I'm about to go. I'm kidding.
The fitness influencer of your dreams.
References. God
But
damn
that
it.
is simply an illusion. Barely any of those nutrients are gonna get absorbed. According to one study, only 1 to 10% of the iron in spinach gets absorbed by humans.
And yet vegans are gonna be like, oh, that's so fucking deep.
So when vegans argue
3
that
out of
1 cup of
5.
spinach is the equivalent of a piece of steak, it's just not. You're only getting a tiny fraction of the nutrients listed on the label.
But one of our regulars at Antler was talking to me about his experience. He used to have a organic vegetable farm, and he's a 6'7", big, huge, tall Dutch white guy. And he goes to me, he says, you know, I was vegan for a long time. I had this organic vegetable farm, and I thought that I was doing my body a service. I thought I was doing something great for my body. And he got really sick, and he went to the doctor, and the doctor said, listen.
Let's see, Sheffo says, my fiance can't eat kale. Only green powder that I like is matcha, but that my green nutrient shit is disgusting, says Noctis.
Listen, man, you have to take supplements, the things you're not getting from eating meat, or you have to go back to eating meat.
But why? Why can't you absorb all that goodness that is in spinach? It's because of one thing, something called anti-nutrients. Anti-nutrients are compounds that are found in vegetables like spinach, kale, broccoli, collards, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, and more. And there's also anti-nutrients in grains like rice, and legumes like beans, lentils, chickpeas, soybeans, and peanuts. The reason...
Damn, well, the one thing is, when it comes to anti-nutrients, right? So that's going to be the next thing he's going to start talking about. Anti-nutrients, like actually, you can eat rice without too much of a consequence, but you also but there's a reason why you know people eat like chicken and rice and have other sorts of things to kind of offset it. The same thing, like, you know, it doesn't hurt having eating beans, but you do have to have some, well, except for soybean. Soybean is fucking awful, but you need to basically eat the good shit, good food.
The reason why they're called anti-nutrients is because they bind to the nutrients that you actually want to absorb and basically make...
Let's see, I actually have a few more comments here. As a hunter, I highly recommend getting your microbiome reused to fresh raw meat. My Nameless Hunter says, my grandpa's fiance is a vegan nut. Oh yeah, is a vegan nut, and as a result, my grandpa looks like a skeleton. If it makes you fart a lot, it's probably not a good diet for you. That's something. That's actually something to think about too. It's like I actually kind of like my beans as well. I'm not gonna lie. But then again, I only really eat them sparingly too.
Them unusable by the human body. A few of the well-studied anti-nutrients include lectins, phytic acid, and tannins. Now, there are ways to reduce the amount of anti-nutrients in these foods, like boiling them, fermenting them, or soaking them. But it's not perfect, and it usually doesn't remove all of it. For example, if you boil your vegetables, you also have to make sure you dump out the water to get rid of the anti-nutrients, or else it will just be in the water. So if you ever wondered why vegans tend to look and feel malnourished, this is probably one of the reasons.
Yes, that's... Dude, you hit it right on the head here, Evil Food Supply. There is a reason why. There is a reason why vegans look malnourished. It's because a lot of this shit has anti-nutrients that they're not doing anything about. Like, oh, they're not... You know, if they boil their vegetables, they're probably not dumping out the water. You think vegans know common sense?
Almost none of these nutrients are getting absorbed.
actually, hold on. Give me like one quick minute. Been going on for quite a bit now, but I will be right back. Then I'll read the chat and then we'll continue. Okay, we are back. We are back-a-rooney.
So, if vegetables are completely off the table, what do we put on our plate instead? Well, first off, if you're using a...
We put fresh nuts. Not kidding.
A little bit of basil or mint here and there for the flavor and aroma, it's probably not the end of the world. But to base your entire diet off of mainly vegetables is a bad idea. No matter what the vegans want you to think. The documentary on veganism coming soon, so make sure you subscribe.
I can't wait to fucking cover that one.
Overall, the most nutritious foods you can eat from the plant kingdom are root vegetables and fruit. Plants don't want you to eat it, but they do actually want you to eat their fruit. Why? Because when animals eat a plant's fruit, that animal is helping that plant spread its seed and propagate. There's a reason why fruit is sweet and delicious.
Thug posting is life. The animals understand this too, boys.
It's while you have to douse celery in ranch in order to be able to scarf it down.
When a plant is making a fruit, it may put defense chemicals in the fruit when it's green, when it's unripe, but as the fruit ripens, they get lower and lower and lower and lower. And a lot of these defense chemicals are at much higher levels, 5 to 10x, in the stems and the leaves. So fruit is clearly the least defended part of a plant.
And roots like potatoes, carrots, and beets are so dense in nutrients, you could literally grow leaves out of them. Now, you may be thinking, but what?
That's something else too. It's like, if you could, like, if something is growing green shit out of it, you could tell that it is nutrient dense. I think even our most ancient ancestors could tell. Even though things aren't as evolved as they are today, I think they could tell. Let's see. It's like eating nothing but mayonnaise. This is a condiment, not a main dish. Lamau, the boomer looked like Jack Murphy, but with orange love juices. Don't trust rhubarb. Don't trust rhubarb. Yep, that's why I don't like rhubarb pie.
What about fiber? I need all that fiber from my daily kale smoothie. Well, fiber from vegetables is actually not that important. Soluble fiber, which is the watery gel-like fiber in vegetables and roots, is the only type of fiber we need to feed good bacteria. Insoluble fiber, which is the stuff in vegetables, is like eating pure grass. It just goes in one hole and right out the other.
Oh my
We're not adapted
God.
to this, guys. As humans, we have been seeking out animal foods preferentially and the least toxic plant foods for our entire evolution, which is why making those the center of your diet sends a signal to your body that you are the apex predator.
Basically, Paul Saladino is right once again. That's a guy who's been on the right corner here for some of this stuff. He's a promoter of the carnivore diet, and he actually has some pretty good stuff. I recommend him.
That you are a good hunter. If you want to send a signal to your body that you're a crappy hunter and you want to eat crappy survival foods like seeds, nuts, grains, legumes, plant leaves, and stems, you can do that, but you're not going to thrive in the highest way, I believe, for most people.
What we got to keep in mind is that not all meat is equal. In fact,
That is true. Not all meat is equal. Remember, grass-fed, grass-finished beef, completely free-range chicken, wild-caught fish, and shellfish too, I guess. I don't know what the standard is for pork because I don't really eat pork.
Most of the meat you find at your local grocery store is pretty sketchy. You know how you see those American raised beef or produced in the USA stickers in the grocery store? Well, apparently those stickers are a complete lie. There used to be a very strict law in place that required meat packers to label exactly where their beef was raised. But
wonder what happened to that law.
That law was squashed in 2015 by the USDA because it...
Shocking. The USDA, of course, would do that because the USDA is a corrupt bureaucratic administration. The FDA, too.
Hampered competition with livestock from other countries, which means you could be buying beef that's labeled produced in the USA when in reality the meat is from Mexico or Brazil.
And even then, there are meat, places in the world that actually produce good quality meat that are shipped here. New Zealand being one of those places for grass-fed beef.
Could have much lower standards, and we expose it all, along with how to find quality meat in our latest newsletter that you get right now by scrolling down and click.
If you guys want to, you guys can sign up for the newsletter or whatnot. I haven't done that yet, but anyways, now that we've gotten through some of the more serious stuff, let's get to our sideshow of the night. So this vegan chick right here. Now we're gonna get to the more of the funny stuff that I promised. Let's take a look at this video from Swole Normus here. Good channel, if you ask me. He's actually started making videos again, so I'm gonna give him a sub. Yeah, give him a sub as well. This is going to be fucking hysterical. Just to watch.
That you just scraped up and you just chopped up and you made it look like pulled pork. You did that to a banana peel. This is... Remember the banana peel bacon? Here we go. Banana peel pulled pork, one more to end a Tainty Tuesday. Oh, God. I'm going to go... I can't wait to go eat real food. Ready for this? I can't wait.
Let's make a banana peel pulled pork sandwich.
Oh, look at this chick right here. She's not showing the entirety of her frame. I wonder why. It's almost like she's a vegan.
Yes, you heard that right.
How much filler do you have in your face, by the way?
He said, how much filler do you have in your face, by the way? Wait, so this bitch ain't even eating the fruit? Bananas are actually pretty good, if you ask me. Like, once they're ripe enough to one's liking, they're actually pretty good, and they make for pretty good smoothies, too. But look at what this chick is doing right here with the fucking peels. You think the banana wants you to eat the fucking peel?
All right, titties. What's with this chick and banana peels? All right. See, I never thought in my life about eating banana peels. Never thought.
Oy vey, I need a shot.
You know why? There's a reason why it's called a banana peel. It's the peel of the banana. You peel it off and you eat what's inside. You don't eat the banana peel. The fucking gorillas peel the damn shit.
Yep. The gorillas, the monkeys, the chimpanzees, the orangutans, they know to peel the shit off. They know to eat the fruit inside of the peel. They are not going to eat the peel. Even the very young of those animals that I've mentioned, they know to do this. When they're being taught by the parent, and then afterwards they know to peel the banana. But what? she's probably eating way too many fucking anti-nutrients that her brain is just like, duh, I must eat the peel. Duh.
Why are we eating the peel?
Banana peels are dangerous. You guys seen Mario Kart? Seen it? Experience it, post-nut. Oh man, dude, don't get me started on some of the cheap banana peels that have been laid before me in front of item boxes that I go after. Even the pretty far away ones too. Noctis says the peel you're supposed to leave on or in the ground to provide calcium to the soil. Night Llama says, Noctis, you're goddamn right. I'd rather die high as shit like a berserk and go to Valhalla. Oh,
oh Jesus Christ!
That looks so gross.
You didn't. No, you fucking didn't. Bitch, you didn't just do that. You just scraped up and you just chopped up and you made it look like pulled pork. You did that to a banana peel. This is... Oh my God. Olive oil.
That's the thing. To make something like this even edible, I mean, olive oil is one thing, right? Out of all the oils you could use, olive oil is the healthiest. Extra virgin olive oil. But now you add paprika. I'm not talking about the amazing movie right here, but the spice. And then you add chili flakes.
Gonna make it look cool, huh? Flick off the top.
Flick off the top.
I'm so...
You're just adding a bunch of powders, which are fine to use in cooking. It adds flavor. But, oh man, like the fact that you're using all of that to just mask up the fact that you're eating a fucking banana peel.
Trendy.
Enjoy that for an ear workout.
Oh.
Wait. Oh, no, don't make Papa Swolio sick now.
Inconceivable!
Oh my God, veganese. Oh my God, I almost just...
Veganese? What is even in that shit? On second thought, I don't even want to know. It's probably a bunch of goy slop seed oils, ultra processed sugars. Oh, all that seasoning just for banana peels, says Garrett. Too much seasoning makes a dish taste worse, in my opinion. Yeah, Nameless, I agree.
Oh, I almost
World's
hurled.
worst dish invented.
Let's watch that again.
Ever invented by post-wall women
God,
style.
I literally gagged. Oh, right here. Wait, hold on a second. We gotta pause it to see this disgusting shit. So, veganese, whatever the fuck is in that soy, probably just pure soybean oil, right?
Soy.
Is it soybean oil?
Yeah, it's probably soy.
Oh, look at that chunk.
All those oils you can use to oil up a goddamn truck engine block. And it's being used for fucking veganese.
Look at that chungus right there. Organic sugar. So we got sugar, we got veganese, and coleslaw. Oh, God.
Anti-nutrients, soy, anti-nutrients, a lot of that shit.
Imagine doing all this to make something taste good. That's good as it is. Wait, hold on a second. Oh, this chick is disgusting. This is a disgusting person.
Vegan, dude, what the fuck is vegan butter? How the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. And how the fuck is that made? It's probably made with a whole bunch of fucking seed oils. So this bitch is applying massive amounts of unhealthy seed oils on top of cooking with massive amounts of unhealthy seed oils, when she could just be doing this with real fucking meat. She could be doing this with real pulled pork or real pulled chicken and use actual fucking grass-fed butter. This shit's driving me insane.
Vegan butter. So that's more soy. What the fuck is in that? Soy, right? Soybean oil? Soybean oil and soybean oil. That's fucking bullshit. All right.
That's fucking bullshit.
So we have sugar. We have veganase. We have more soybean oil with a fake vegan butter. And then she's putting this fake ass probably vegan bread, whatever the fuck it is, which is just sugar, pretty much, processed sugar. All right, right there. Right? The sriracha barbecue sauce. Can you imagine how much sugar? Probably 20, 30, 40 grams of sugar in that. Oh, God.
Recipe on gardengrubblog. No. Don't go to that site, even out of curiosity. You are going to lose a lot of your brain cells if this show hasn't already made you lose a shit ton of brain cells. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, the wait. Oh, that's gross. He's trying to stuff it in. That's vile. Oh. Look at her face, says Post Nut. Shefa says, Rig Juice 2.0 Special Edition is probably healthier than this. Night Llama, it already is communist. Oh my goodness, says Noctis.
Make a banana peel.
Oh my... Guys, I haven't had that much to drink tonight. If I'm being frank with you, I could probably have a lot more. And don't worry, I will be having more when I'm going out tonight. But, oh, good grief. Good fucking grief. From this chick's face, to the fake blonde hair, to the fact that she's vegan, and to the fact that it's banana peel pulled pork sandwich. No, that's not pulled pork.
God damn it, I don't know what it is about your face, but I want to deliver one of these right in your suck hole.
Is there anything I can do to work on that?
No, not really. It's your face.
Gross!
He's right. Gross!
Fucking gross. Gross. Yo, I need a fucking steak. I need to man up right now. I need some man shit right now.
I'm funny how? I mean funny like I'm...
Oh boy, I'm tomorrow when I go grocery shopping, I'm gonna buy me some fucking steaks.
Clown, I amuse you.
Oh, bullshit! All of it.
I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
I need another shot. I really need another shot. Holy shit.
I had to wash that in my face. All right, I need to go out. I need to go do some fucking push-ups or something like that. Damn.
Oh man. Honestly, the workout that I did in jiu-jitsu class today. Oh my goodness. Watching that again was fucking torture. That was legitimate fucking torture compared to all the ways that my arms and my legs are being injured today. And even then, it wasn't that bad. But still. Women do eat meat. My meat, says Noctis. God damn it.
Damn. Yo. I'm totally... Look, if you want to be a vegan, that's cool. Do we have any vegans watching now? Can you eat some real food, please? Stop trying to make your food taste like real food. All right? Please. Stop making your food... Get your food. Get the real thing. Get the real thing. Stop making your food. If you're a vegan and you can't handle the food that you're eating, then eat other food. How fucking hard is that? How hard is it just to eat the food that's... You don't have to make pulled pork taste like pulled pork. You know why? Because it already is. I don't need...
seriously, vegans, you don't need to try to copy us. If you think you're that superior to us, then why do you try to mimic us? Us meat eaters. Why do you try to do that? A genuine question.
I need to make my steak look and taste like an apple. I'm totally fine with it being a steak, which is why I chose to eat it. If you want pulled, this chick is so desperate for meat, so desperate to put meat in her face.
Papa Swolio, you should have said put meat in her mouth. That would have been even funnier.
She's going. Do you see how many powders and shit she put in there? All the paprika and all the onion, all the other stuff to make it even remotely. She's eating banana peels. All right, I'm going back to this fucking video. This chick is...
That's the thing. Vegans are so unwilling to accept reality. It's like they think that putting all the seasoning, all the powders, and doing all this other shit, like, it makes them think that they're not eating a banana peel.
Is eating
it's
a
fucking
banana
delusional.
peel.
Make a banana peel pulled.
Yeah, I'll make a banana peel. Let's make a banana peel as I can. Look at this shit. So that's what kind of a bun is that? What's going on here? Well, what is that? Super processed. That bun is just like, it's just literally dust being held together by, I don't know, fairy hairs or something like that. There's no substance holding that together. Can you imagine how chalky that bun looks? It just looks like it's powder, compressed powder. And then you have coleslaw, and you have that's a banana peel. That's a banana peel. This chick is eating a banana peel sandwich.
Like, literally, that... I wouldn't even call this a sandwich, because a sandwich needs to have meat in it. It just does. By definition of what a sandwich is. This isn't even a sandwich. This is just like... And feel free to clip me for this. This is just anti-nutrients on the top. Anti-nutrients below the bun. The quote-unquote bun. Even more anti-nutrients. And even legitimate poison, because this chick is eating a fucking banana peel. And then some more anti-nutrients on the bottom. That's what this vegan banana peel pulled quote-unquote pork sandwich even is. It's just nothing but anti-nutrients and shit that makes you just feel awful after you eat it. I wonder how bad this chick needed to use the bathroom after she consumed that. I don't even want to think about it.
She's eating a banana peel sugar sandwich. She is eating a banana peel fucking sugar sandwich. A banana peel sugar fucking sandwich.
Alrighty, so that's the end of that. Let's get to our next video.
Ooh, what do we have here? Animal.
So this is just by Pancho. He actually makes a lot of content making fun of like woke tards, like vegans. So let's take a look to see how crazy these people fucking are.
Rights activists locked down to a duck slaughterhouse? Like they pulled up to one?
Let's see. Nameless says these 304s take their their daily meat consumption from Chad and Tyrone. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see how many chicks love eating that kind of meat and have a bunch of diseases from it. But guys, look at the physiques of these people. They look malnourished. They're either extremely overweight or they're like very malnourished. And the guys all have this like physique, like that soy physique. You know what I'm talking about? That soy physique. I know I've only been lifting consistently for a year, but I have a much better physique than any of these people combined.
Look, we got the smooth brain squad over here. Pulling up for the rescue.
Stay in your teams.
Stay in your teams. Like this guy is the fucking cuck commander of the cuck army.
Got the soy boy leader.
Fans are free to move out. Michael, stay in place.
Holy shit, there's so many of them. Did not know there was that many animal activists up there.
Oh my god.
Especially for one operation like this. That's what they probably call them, operations.
Over.
Dude, dude, I've only been doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for almost like I think it has been almost 2 months since I've been learning Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I could take on all these motherfuckers on in a fight and win against every single one of them. Every single one of them. I know even for the more like muscular among us here, you guys can even finish them off faster than I could.
Help the person behind you if they need help.
Wait,
how weak do you have to be to help the person behind you if they need help? I don't think that shit's even barbed wire.
Technically, isn't this illegal? They're disrupting the business, like they're preventing them from making money because
it is illegal.
That's how these businesses make money. They kill the animals and then they sell them over.
There's a ditch here. Let's go this way, okay?
Oh wow, so smart, so tactical.
You're good to go.
Bro, these people do nothing in their free
Red team's with
time.
me.
Let's see.
Try to stay behind me. I'll take lead.
Oh my goodness.
Fox able to help.
Nameless says, that Elden Ring NPC physique. Shefa says, in a fight. Yeah, sure. That's the thing. Not like these guys can put up much of a fight anyways. As soon as I get them in a chokehold, or hell, I could even use the Muay Thai that I've learned. It's not that hard for me to beat the shit out of these guys.
Hustle a little bit more. Let's do this. Over.
What are these runs? You know they all.
Oh my god, dude. I think this guy has legitimate man boobs. Oh my god, a lot of these guys do. They're not. I don't really see many muscles on them, if at all.
Got 20.
And holy shit, some of the chicks are like malnourished or they're overweight.
Pacers in high school and during the pacer test. At least we got one guy with decent form. Look how this guy's.
Dude, some of these run cycles, they're literally NPCs with weird ass run cycles from the early 2000s.
What the fuck? Try to do it unnoticed if you can. Over.
Unnoticed? Animal rescue, right.
It'd be one thing if it was like dogs or cats, but these are fucking ducks.
Noctis, you think that's Jada Pinkett Smith? That's funny.
Oh, they got the mariachi band playing.
Oh, so this fucking Soylent right here. He's having Vietnam flashbacks from the last time he did this shit.
That's so funny. They don't give a fuck. They're probably used to this. They've probably had tons of different animal activists that pull up to here and they're just used to it. They're like, all right. Manager told them, all right, if you guys see these motherfuckers, you guys just keep going. Just keep decapitating them. Listen, I'm not some sick guy who enjoys animals dying or anything like that, but it has to happen for us to eat.
Pancho, you're right. You are absolutely right. That's the thing. It's like, it is kind of the nature of things. Like, it sucks. I'm not a fan of factory farming either, but it's like people need to eat. That is the reality of things. People need to eat.
Try pushing the buttons. We're going to give you stop. Okay, we got it.
So in terms of all these soylets right here, at least for the guys, how many of these guys are paying some chick on OnlyFans?
I'm gonna try to lock it.
Oh yeah, save those ducks right there. Not like they're gonna get caught up for slaughter later or something. I swear, vegans are some of the most idealistic people on earth. They don't know how anything works. They also don't know that, you know, they're just going to find they're just going to find, you know, more ducks to slaughter or, breed ducks to slaughter, and they'll make their money back, and then some, I bet.
The funniest thing is, they actually think they're accomplishing something major when they probably have 10,000 ducks that get sent to this place every single day. They're saving maybe 30 of them. And they'd say something like, oh, well, at least we're saving 30 of them. You're not doing anything for your cause. Ducks are still going to be eaten worldwide. You're not stopping anything. I don't know why these people...
And duck is pretty good, too, if you ask me.
People waste their time doing this. Well, I mean, obviously, it's because they're so emotional, and they're like, oh, well, a duck life is a human life, and,
That's the thing with these people, too. It's like, they had pets at a young age, right? And no problems with that, but it's like they value the pet's life more than their own. When in reality, it's like that pet is going to die. Like, I've had many pets throughout my life. Well, more so my parents, but it's like I've lived with many pets throughout my life. And, yeah, it's sad when a pet dies. I'm not denying that, but it's just like, you don't need to be thrown down the vegan rabbit hole just because your dog died.
We need to save them. Low IQ activities.
Night Llama says, my lord, the Cock Commander 8th, they have breached the soy.
They're just standing there now?
Want me to use mine?
Yeah, that mariachi music is pretty catchy.
So they're actually stopping this shit. They're trying to put things on the machines to stop it. So they're just disrupting a business.
Rocky, please.
Criminals, all of them.
Get it to stop, yeah.
Noctis says, if they really wanted to change things, they should have just destroyed the equipment/buildings, not just take the animals away. Noctis, I think you're giving vegans a little bit too much credit here. I don't think they'd be able to come up with a scheme like that. Not endorsing anything, YouTube. I'm actually making fun of these people, so can't take the shit down.
Okay, she stopped before. Okay, go! Yes.
What are you...
These people are fucking hanging themselves live on camera just to get into the fucking factory. That, I don't know, that is pure Darwinism right there. Oh my god.
Homie's wife is probably watching this like...
Yes.
I need the divorce papers.
Oh my god. This is literal Darwinism we're seeing here. It's like these people are trying to get killed because the guys in the factory don't fucking care.
There's two of them. You'll have to figure out which one. All right. Which one's the other one? Okay, great.
Look at that fucking soil, and you're just like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna throw up a peace sign.
Yeah, I have them.
Good God, these people are fucking
fighting for the
stupid.
ducks. They really appreciate it. They love you for it.
Yeah, the ducks really do appreciate it, I bet. Survival of the fittest, my friends. Survival of the
Oh,
fittest.
they stole the key or what? Or is that the key to the little loose or whatever it is?
I hope this stream ain't gonna get copyright struck.
Look at all.
What is that thing? A gag ball? Oh no. It's some fucking I don't know, noose type thing? I don't even know what to call that.
These idiots, bro.
Bike lock. Okay, yeah, it does look like one. I did not know. That's a pretty big bike lock, if you ask me.
Purple 2, go ahead and do your original plan. Over.
They got fucking walkie-talkies. Look at these geeks. They have nothing better to do.
And that's the thing. Like, if you think about it, these people probably come from extremely privileged backgrounds. Like, their parents probably pay for a lot of other things. I mean, I'm not going to deny, you know, my parents are helping me out when it comes to paying for rent and food and all that. But it's like these people, I have a feeling their parents probably pay for everything. You know, my parents don't pay for my booze. They don't pay for a lot of the shit that I purchase or whatnot. They're just paying the bare essentials. Nothing wrong with that. But it's like these people have probably never ever lived outside of their parents' house. No, they probably have never even been on a vacation on their own. Something like that. These guys have way too much free time. It's clear that they're in a job that is very forgiving and promotes a lot of weakness. And so all of these fuckers can gather together and just take care of business.
Purple 2, go with your regular plan. Over.
Oh, wow.
Homegirl's just like, I'm sticking to protocol. I'm just gonna keep doing what I need to do to get paid. Y'all motherfuckers do it, whatever you want.
Imagine a nation being led by middle-class families that are literally this dysgenic. Mishudi says, this is my goddamn. Yeah, this shit is so funny. Hell, these guys don't even come from middle class. Let's be real. They're upper middle class at most. But veganism is not, and all this animal right, and animal rights in themselves aren't bad. Like, I do believe animals should be slaughtered with dignity. But beyond that, it's like, anything beyond that, it's the ideas of the rich. Let's be real with ourselves here. It's rich people ideas.
Whoa!
Hold up, why does that sound like? Bro, fuck around and find out. What did you expect?
Yeah, I'm glad this was an instance of fuck around and find out. I wish Better Bachelor covered this. This would have been so funny.
Did you think they were just gonna stop the business just for you guys? Hell no.
Oh my god!
So you're freaking out like a little bitch now?
Oh my god!
Holy shit!
Stop this right now! We need to stop this right now!
Oh my god, dude! Literally being attacked, being wrestled by the security there is so triggering and traumatic. Cause they're not even upper middle class. They're fucking in the privileged class right here. Oh my god.
Neck around it. And you're now freaking out that the machine is still going? I mean, it was probably because they wanted to scare you guys, to get you guys off and get you guys to leave. But you're acting like they're actually gonna kill you.
Holy shit!
Oh my goodness, these people are so retarded.
These guys are freaks.
What number is this lock? This is 8.
Wait, Sheppo, if you're watching this, this looks like Daniel Larson right here.
8. It's 8.
Look at him, he's breathing fine. Nice rainbow glasses. He's breathing fine. He's acting like he's choking. He's acting like he's like hallucinating. Bro, these people are so over dramatic, and really what they're fighting for basically says that alone. They're being over dramatic because they're trying to act like animal lives matter just as much as human lives. If you're gonna be an animal rights activist, at least like fight for the right animals. We got dogs being eaten in like China and shit, right? Why do you guys care about some ducks? That's my biggest question out of all of this.
That's the thing. These people don't know what to fight for. They're fighting for the sake of fighting, for the sake of doing a little bit of rebellion that's actually approved by the elites, which let's be real, isn't really a rebellion. They're just saying and doing all the quote unquote right things so they could get, attention. Thankfully, the dislikes on this video are pretty high.
Holy shit, are you okay? I'm good.
Eduardo, you're fine, bro. You're fine. Just leave. Go home to your wife. Stop believing this animal rights shit. Animal rights. That's so crazy. Such a crazy phrase. Animal rights.
Dude, I agree. I agree.
Get footage of that.
Hey, Gal, you go all the time. I understand you're a piece, but you're fucking up everything.
You know, this guy right here, it's like, compare the fucking shoulder mass to this faggot right here and this actual man right here. It's night and day. Like, this guy actually has pretty broad shoulders, and the other guy is like, he's cowering. These people are weaklings.
Let's get you out of here, okay? Let's get you out of here. You're number 2. Yeah, number 4. Number 2? Number 2 here. Number 4. Hey, I got the keys. It's okay.
Yeah, definitely by far the craziest animal rights takeover I think I've seen yet. Like, I've seen them hit up restaurants, hit up streets, hit up sidewalks and stuff like that, but they're pulling them to the factories and chaining their necks around. You guys are retarded! You know, for a little bit, I had some faith in the Smooth Brain Squad. I thought they were gonna get somewhere. No, that's a lie. Do we really have any hope for these people? They're glued to TikTok, glued to the internet, glued to...
Well, you should feel...
Anyways, allow me, I'm going to take another break, and then we'll get to our regular cancellation. Because, good God, this one's going to be fucking interesting. Anyways, let the song continue. Oh, shit. Thank you, Night Llama. And Noctis. As I was saying, so let's get to our regular cancellation. So, Soylent. I've alluded to the fact earlier that vegans have some gods that they like to worship. But out of all of them, this is their god, Soylent. But take a look at this guy right here. He's going to be chugging down all these bottles of Soylent. Probably needs that fucking bottle opener too. Good grief. That's what happens when you start drinking this shit. You actually start to get weaker. Like, you legitimately can't take the cap off of a plastic bottle. Like, that shit is so easy for me. That shit's, if you cannot do that, then you are a fucking weakling. A booze bottle, especially a bigger one, like the one that I have next to me, like that's understandable. But a plastic fucking bottle? Oh my goodness. And not to mention, let's take a look at this guy's physique. Yeah, the guy has slightly bigger arms than me because he doesn't have Lanky Kong arms. But I bet he can't even curl 10 pounds combined. Dude, like, I curl 140. I curl 140 total. This guy probably can't even do 5. He's probably so low on body fat or whatever. Can't even be bothered to do that. And also, he has no trapezius muscle. And then also, look at his fucking gaping mouth. Like, what is it with all these fucking soylets who do the fucking gape mouth shit? It's like, no. You don't fucking do that. That's not what men do. That's just not what men do. And also, he kind of does look a little scared in this thumbnail too, not gonna lie, now that I think about it. I did have myself muted earlier, so apologies for that. There's some remarks that I said about this guy that I said earlier, and still apply here. Like, the fact that it's just like, you know, you could tell he's not a strong guy. He can't, like, he has no trapezius muscle. He has a little bit of a bicep, but it's like, it doesn't seem like he gained that from lifting or anything. Not to mention, he's trying all this shit. He's probably chugging down all these fucking bottles right here. And ultimately, what is Soylent? It's basically poison. You're basically drinking poison that's going to affect you long term. That's ultimately what it is. Nothing more, nothing less. But I also want to cancel the consumers of Soylent for thinking that this shit, that soy secretion is actual milk. Like, no, milk comes from an animal. It could come from a cow or a goat or anything else that produces milk. But nut secretions are not milk. That is a fact. And to think that nut secretions are indeed milk is stupid. It is ridiculously stupid. Let's see. Let's take a look at the comments. They might give me some more ideas on how to roast this guy. Nameless says 140 on the machine or 140 on the dumbbell. Both for Scurvy. For no reason says I could curl 70 pounds on each arm. Yeah, dude, that's what I do. I do the same thing. My dear, another soy meme dropped. Sigh, another one. AC says Soylent self. Dude, I agree. Where's your data? Where's your data from mainstream that confirms that soy is bad? Says Night Llama. It's like, it's clear that the amount of soy that we consume as a nation, it's like, it has an impact on us. Like, look, I know I'm kind of upplaying the anger here for the show. I mean, that's one thing. But to get angry at, like, literally at, like, everything. Now, I understand, you know, if you're doing some moving, some things anger you. I mean, moving is a stressful process. And, you know, sometimes you can't get a little angered from that. That's from personal experience. But it's like, to get angry at every little fucking thing on a everyday basis, it's like, something's fucking up with you. That's not a good thing, to be angry at every little thing. It's also not a good thing to just smugly say, well, I don't need to eat meat because I get all my fuel from Soylent. Okay. Now I know what I want to talk about now. You know, I don't know what it is with prolific influencers, so to speak, that are promoting Soylent. I mean, we had the Angry Video Game Nerd, which I do like the Angry Video Game Nerd quite a bit. I don't know why he took a sponsor from Soylent. I mean, I usually skip the sponsors before the episodes anyways, but I had no idea he was sponsored by Soylent. But, I don't know, Rolf didn't really seem to strike me as the kind of guy to just chug Soylent. Maybe he just did it for the ad or whatever. But it's like, I think the most infamous example I could think of. Give me a second to pull this one up. So I'll no, I don't want to look at the fucking thumbnail of that.
We all.
I want to take a look at nah, never mind. I can't fucking find it. I'm sorry, fellas. But there is a thing of footage of young chugging down Soylent. Like, it is one of the most soy things I've ever fucking seen from a guy who isn't even really well built. And keep in mind, he's the new English voice for Kazuma Kiryu in the Yakuza series. When, I don't know why Sega decided to go with a fucking... He's not really a voice actor, so to speak, Young I mean, he did a good job as Poochie from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6. That was probably his best role. But after that, he probably should have retired, if I'm being frank. And no doubt the Soylent is having a little bit of an effect on his voice. I wouldn't be surprised. He's not very well built anyways. Also, this is not Young because he doesn't have that Young doesn't have that tattoo, but I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. Grass is best for most cattle crop. Yep. Soy isn't even really great of a crop for animals. Yep, that's the thing. Animals don't even want to eat that shit. It's true. Animals do not want to eat soy. They're forced to eat it because of factory farming bullshit, but they really should not be eating soy. It's not good for them, and it also isn't good for us that they've been eating soy as well. But ultimately, the reason why Soylent is canceled, it mainly has to do with the fact that vegans love it, and vegans are stupid fucking people. So they are also canceled as well. And it's not the first time they're canceled, and it's not going to be the last time vegans are canceled either. Because there's always going to be some stupid shit that the vegan loves to pull. That is like, oh wow, we need to protect the animals, man. But anyways, vegans are indeed canceled. And with that being said, there's not going to be much of an after show. Manic is going to be streaming soon, guys. Actually, I'm going to see if he is... I got to see when he's streaming. So 8:45. You guys have some time, but I am going to send you guys over to Manic's stream. So yeah, you guys can get some access here. Okay, hold on. Did I? Shit. Okay, the stream's going on my phone. Let me copy and paste the link again. I don't know why the streaming tab is being so slow. But yeah, guys, go over to Manic Stream. Go over to Manic Stream. The stream's going to be ending in like a few minutes. But yeah, Postnut says, thanks for the show, Mr. Orange. I'm glad I could provide you with some content. There's still some shit I need to do before I go out, so there's that. Night Llama says, good show. Oh, thank you, Night Llama. That's very I appreciate that. I was hoping things would be a bit more action-packed, but AC says, wait, you're an orange? Yeah, I am an orange. You couldn't tell, AC? I was born and raised here in Tropicana, Florida. Nameless Hunter says, thanks for the laugh. But yeah, if you guys go over to Man Extreme, fellas, he's gonna have glitch poachers on there too. So yeah, go over there, fellas. Go over there. Alrighty. I've given you guys a minute. Now go over to Man Extreme. I'm basically like all done here, so